Welcome back to Comicgeddon.
Where comics and TV collide.
I'm Shannon.
I'm John Wise, who's not allowed to talk about shit.
And now it's time for our special guest, Amber Knapp. Come on down. So Amber here owns a number of businesses. I introduced her to John last year at one of the comic conventions.
Con, which we'll go over that here shortly.
Yes. So tell us about this business venture of yours.
Okay, well, this business venture is called Rated E for Everyone Designs because everyone can enjoy it. I do anything from video games to anime to obviously comic books. I do perler fusion art. It's perler beads, hama beads, nama beads, and article beads. And what you do is you take pegboards that hold about 849 beads, I think is what it is. And you just start putting them together, and you can use game sprites, which are where a majority of my sprites come from. This sprite is from a sprite artist called Abyss Wolf. These are really great. But usually they're video game designs.
Yeah, which is kind of because they're 8-bit.
Yep, they're 8-bit. These are from a mobile game. These are for Kingdom Hearts there. And then you've got the Adventures of Batman, of course. Batman and Robin.
That's my guy right here.
It's hard to face the camera with my stuff behind me. I guess I can do this.
She's new. It's okay. She's allowed. And who's this little guy up here?
This is a custom amiibo. This is Dead Chew.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're talking about him, I'll bring up the camera.
I just
I'm kidding.
I take amiibos and I paint them with special paint for plastics. And then the weapons are little things I just hot glued on. They're still work with the amiibo system.
And
are
those little Lego guns?
Yes, those are Lego guns and weapons.
Okay.
Pikachu.
So a piece like this, how long did this piece here take you?
He took me roughly about 2 days because of all the different shades of red. Out far, he looks great, but if you really look, you can see one little area has 5 different shades of red.
Okay, I just want to point out, she goes, 2 days, as in it took way too long. To me, I think it would take me probably a month to do something.
Yeah.
Something like that. I sit down on the floor, I put on a show that I want to watch, binge watch, and I just watch it, and it's usually a murder
show. You don't sit at a table, don't you? You sit on the floor?
I sit on the floor most of the time, especially for larger pieces, and then...
About how long are you sitting on the floor for? Because I put Legos together, like big Legos, for like 7 to 9 hours at a time, and I try to get up, and I'm on the floor for the rest of the night.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for me to get up at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning and still be there at 3 o'clock Sunday morning.
Because you can't get up, or just because you don't want to?
I'm usually focused on doing it, so I don't want to get up.
This is good.
I do a lot with Microsoft Paint in like the 8-bit type style.
There you go, it's pixel per bead.
Yeah, it takes a long time. I'll find pictures on the internet and I'll convert them and change them, and it usually takes me, for a standard size picture, it usually takes me a couple days to do that. So.
Well, funny thing is, Tifa, I took Abyss Wolf's original sprite design and I edit all sprites that I use because I grew up with the fact that if you don't change at least 33% of it, you're really just copying someone else's work. So all sprites, I try to make them as authentic as I can. So I went through, I recolored some of her outfit, her boots. I made her look more like she does in game.
You can't really see these on camera, they're down here, but she's got an awesome Sailor Moon down here. She's got a really cool little mermaid.
Captain America is awesome.
Samus from Metroid. We got Belle, and you gotta show the Captain America one.
Yeah.
Because she had that one at the Con convention. Oh, it's time.
Yeah, I'll show it at the
Samus.
end. Here, let me get a close up.
From Metroid, in case you people are video game illiterate. Don't judge I know somebody. That's really cool.
So how did you get into this?
Honestly, as funny as it sounds, I got promoted at work and I had more free time on my hands and I wanted to get back into artwork, so I just chose beading as a way of doing it.
I know when we worked at Walmart together, there were several times that I'd stop by the photo lab and she'd be drawing Transformers.
See, she gets paid for beading. I don't. Oh, beading! My bad.
That's a different episode, right?
Okay.
But yeah,
I think
I
that
was
goes
told
along
not
with
to
last
be.
week's
I'm
episode.
sorry. I was told not to be funny right at the moment. But.
I also do thread art, which I nail out a design with nails, and I then will will take floss, embroidery floss, and I will go through and put the colors in manually.
So, beading, nailing, flossing. This isn't any innuendos at all.
Not at all.
No.
Okay, so how much has comics influenced your work? Obviously.
Well, obviously we're not gonna have awesome characters to beat if we don't have comics. So the fandom, all that. When I go to Chicago, Wizard World, people come up all the time and they just want to talk about the characters.
Now, how do you do at the conventions? Do you sell quite a few?
I do sell quite a few.
Do you make them there at the convention as well?
Unfortunately, Wizard World charges for power, and I'm cheaper, so I can't necessarily
They
do
charge
demos.
for power?
Yes, they do charge for power. So I don't get to do demos up in Chicago, but at HeroiCon I do demos. Last year I did Jurassic Park while at the
I
con.
remember that. That was awesome. She made an awesome glow-in-the-dark Green Lantern, which I bought from her. We kind of met at HeroiCon last year. Again, I'll go over what HeroiCon is here towards the end of the
And
session.
I have that same Green Lantern.
And
I
a
bought from
Batman.
her. Yeah, I bought Batman for my brother-in-law,
Oh.
and I did buy the Green Ranger off of you.
Yep.
Oh, you have a Green Ranger?
Yes.
We need to talk.
I have all the Power Rangers actually.
We need to talk.
Actually, at Wizard World, someone bought the Green Power Ranger to take it to Jason Different to have him sign it.
Nice.
Speaking of which, did you get my autograph?
Hello. Thank you.
No, up in Chicago, I
If you have
literally
any questions,
meet
feel free to ask.
thousands upon thousands of people, so it's really hard for me to get away from my booth. But and also, I'm dressed in cosplay.
That just did something. Okay.
So also, Amber is going to be our convention informant. So she goes to a lot of conventions. She's going to be taking camera along with her to film some segments at conventions she goes to.
And she'll also be at HeroiCon again. We'll go over that here shortly.
So what else can you tell us about?
That you don't realize by looking at something like this, but this is a couple thousand worth of 5mm beads.
How much does something these go for? That was the question.
Yeah.
It really depends on the finished look and the difficulty and bead count. So something like these bad boys back here, Batman and Superman, they're going to be more popular. They're a little bit harder to do because of the grayscale. They're going to run between $60 and $70 on their canvases, but buying together, I always throw in deals.
Okay.
So something like the Joker up there, he runs about $25, $30. When you get into printed backgrounds, the canvas is about $45. So.
Okay. And then like the little amiibos here.
Little amiibos, if you ship me an amiibo, I don't charge you for a purchasing price, obviously. So paint jobs are usually about
you
20.
said ship. I thought you said something else.
And then
Now I'm just
if I buy them, it's $35, so I can make them however you want them to look.
And you can find your prices and everything online.
Yes, I have a Facebook page for Rated E for Everyone Designs. I have an Etsy store by the same names. It's just Rated E for Everyone. And then the Speak Geek to Me also has a Facebook page.
So tell us about Speak Geek to Me.
Speak Geek to Me is bringing con merchandise to your doorstep. It's the keychains, the necklaces that you want to buy at cons, but you either don't want to drive for 3 hours, you don't want to spend the $50 getting into them, you don't want to spend $15 on a keychain when they're like $7 keychains. So all necklaces are $10, all keychains are $7. I have mini figurines that are Lego compatible. I turn them into keychains, necklaces, the whole works. It's just bringing the con to your doorstep.
So how'd you get into that?
Just, listening to people talk about, I wanted to go to that con, I couldn't drive up there. Can you grab me a keychain? Can you look to see if they have anything Green Lantern, Batman? It's just one of those things where people want the merchandise, but they can't necessarily always go to the cons to get it.
And where can everybody find this great information at? Where can they find you, besides conventions?
Facebook.
Facebook?
You can search Amber Knapp, you can search Rated E for Everyone Designs. I've
Email
got a
address?
card. My email address is brighteyes1771@yahoo.com. That's another great way.
And of course, we will have links in the description below.
We will.
Is there anything else you'd like to
Add.
No, if you do see me at a convention, I will not look like this. I like to cosplay, so you'll have to actually.
She does some great cosplay.
Yeah.
Great Black Cat costume, by the way.
Thank you. Black Hat, Harley Quinn,
Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix is going to be awesome. If you do your comic book contest, the dress up, I will be here dressed as Dark Phoenix.
Awesome.
So,
I promise not to light your place on fire. I know.
Well, it kind of sounds like I'm prepared for that.
Right? It's like they knew what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
if you heard this fire truck going by, So
I do commissions too at no extra cost. So I mean, a lot of people charge for patterns. I'm not going to charge you for doing something that I love. So if you're looking for something in particular, you don't see it, shoot me a message.
okay.
Now I have to ask, did you see the new Avengers trailer?
I did see the new Avengers.
What'd you
trailer.
think of it?
Of course, I liked it. I'm a little nervous about it. I might be the only person out there who might be a little bit nervous
There's a
about
lot
it.
of people nervous.
There's a lot going on and explosions, and we
And it's
always
Captain
see.
America, not Avengers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Get it straight.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, it's got all the Avengers in it. They might as well have.
Well,
I don't want to see Captain America die. That's something I'm really worried about.
Spoiler alert!
That's not really a spoiler at this point. But I'm really nervous about him dying. I think he's a really.
Who do you think should take over if he does? Should it be the Falcon or should it be Bucky?
I think it should be Bucky.
Yeah.
I really do think it should be Bucky because we see in the trailer where, Iron Man pulls out his hand to stop the bullet, and we all know kind of what
And the
happens in that
shock
comic
goes.
book series. Bucky
Thank
goes
you.
after Iron Man, so it's really important that, in my opinion, they stay true to the comic book, but at the same time, I don't want to see him die.
I think that should be Bucky because they've hinted at it multiple times in the last Captain America movie, so,
What'd you think of Spider-Man's costume? Done right? Done close enough?
I have mixed reviews.
what's better in beads?
I think it looks great in beads, personally. No, I like the costume. I'm one of those type of people. I wish it had a little bit more look to it. Not necessarily like webbing on it, but I don't know. I just thought it was. I don't want to say too red. It just needed a little bit more.
Some people just felt it was too CG. And that's the thing. It's
That
not-
could be.
It's a full-on suit.
It almost
they did not go
looked
Green
like they
Lantern
threw it
on
together. Maybe put some shading on that suit, and I'll be more like, oh,
And I mean,
liked
I
it.
loved how they did the
They had
utility
the
belt.
belt, they had the webs, yeah.
I still don't know how the eye thing worked, though. I mean,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
it just looked like they threw it at the very end of the trailer to be like, hey, guess what? Boom.
Yeah, do you think Spider-Man broke the fourth wall?
Fourth wall.
Fourth wall.
Fourth wall, yeah.
I don't. He was talking to the. But
Yeah.
I do like how when he not only grabbed the shield, he also
Did the whole
Found it.
suit, and also did the whole superhero line.
yes, super landing.
Well, Amber, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks
This
for
was
having me.
awesome.
We'd like to have you back sometime. Maybe have an actual regular episode
Like I said, we're gonna
with
be
you as a
at,
co-host.
we're gonna be at HeroCon. She's gonna be at HeroCon, and we can get something together and show you her booth. Booth.
Yes, booth.
Pervs.
So, yeah, thanks for coming by.
Hey, no problem. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we will come back with Going Berserk.
So I guess it's gonna be 4 parts.
Yes.
That's okay.